I just beat House of Necrosis. The main dungeon, at least, because spoilers! Spoiler! There's an even bigger post-game. But even still, it is literally the best mystery dungeon type game I've ever played. I've played others, but none of them had me as invested as this game. House of Necrosis is an independently developed roguelike dungeon crawling RPG in the same vein as something like Pokemon Mystery Dungeon or Shiren the Wanderer. Its unique shtick, however, is its blend of horror themes and the iconic mystery dungeon style of combat. Enemies only act when you act, so you have a literal, infinite amount of time to decide your next move. This, coupled with the creepy mansion setting and the horror-themed enemies to fight, makes a combination I never even knew I wanted, but I'm glad exists. This game is relatively simple, though, and there's not a whole lot more I can say about it, but whatever, let's give it a shot. Number 1, the pros. Great early 3D era aesthetic, overall design, and challenging difficulty. That's really about it. The game has a relatively expected difficulty curve, I think. It starts normally and ramps up quickly as you progress through each floor. There are 20 floors in the main dungeon, and bosses to beat every 4 floors or so, 3 regular bosses and the final boss on floor 20. The roguelike elements, though, is really what the gameplay is all about. You do run after run, getting a little bit farther each time, and finding better equipment to blast these horrific fucking bastards with more ease every time as well. Eventually, you'll just get amazing enough equipment that even the final boss may not feel that intimidating. It feels great to come back to a floor that freaked you the hell out before. Oh my god, what the fuck is that? Oh shit, oh my god! With better equipment so that you can then plow through the enemies with no trouble at all. Eat land, you sick freak! You even get spells that give you the edge as well. I think every single enemy has a chance to drop a certain spell book, which will in turn allow you to learn said spell. Some of these spells can really save your skin as well, so be wise about how you use them because you can only use a spell once per run. What else can I say about the visuals? Wargus really does the early 3D era graphics well. All blocky and shit. Damn, girl, you looking cute. Like a cute triangle, you know, shut the fuck up. Number 2, the cons. Honestly, there isn't a lot, in my opinion. One thing that sucks is how you lose all your items when you die, but this is a roguelike, so that's not out of the ordinary. It just feels really bad when you had really awesome equipment and then you die and you lose it all, and then you're just... Oh, you know, one thing though. Speaking of losing your otherworldly possessions, if you don't stockpile some of your equipment you find along the way, which you can only do when you reach a checkpoint, of which there are essentially only 3 in the main dungeon, then you kind of have to start over from the beginning. I mean, like, from floor 1. Because while the game has a leveling system that only affects your HP, by the way, you start back at level 1 when you leave and re-enter the dungeon. You'll want to do this sometimes because, please God, I don't want to lose my items, please God! So keeping that extra stockpile of extra equipment is pretty paramount. But other than that, there's not a whole lot of more negative things I have to say. Yeah, the game is pretty damn good. Overall, I really never got frustrated with it. It certainly isn't perfect, but for what it is, it does an amazing job at providing a fun dungeon crawling experience. I guess if you're only looking to play the main dungeon, it is a little on the short side, and you can probably beat this in one long play session if you felt dedicated enough. My playtime for the main dungeon came in at about 20 hours. And that's me starting over at floor number 1 so I can level the character up and kind of get good equipment to beat the later floors. But honestly, the post-game is really where this game seems to ramp up. I've only dipped my toes into it, but I can already tell it's going to eat up a lot of my time. But you get a credit roll after the first 20 floors, so technically that's the main game. If you need a number, I'd give House of Necrosis a 9 out of 10. This game does the dungeon crawling roguelike genre well, with my only biggest complaint other than the stable mechanics that you'd find in any game like this, is that it's a little on the short side, not including the post-game. So if you've always wanted to see what Pokemon Mystery Dungeon mixed with Resident Evil is like, then you should check this one out. And that's the quickest review of House of Necrosis that I can offer. My name is Mitsu Vagrant. Please subscribe for more videos like this if you have not already. I'd really appreciate it. Like the video if you enjoyed, and as always, you guys stay safe out there, go play some games, and we'll see you next time.